right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Tonight, the budget for St. Louis Public Schools is not adding up. The deficit debate on balancing the books without upsetting the apple cart.
Tracking rain and storms at times Thursday. Why the morning rain chances will set the stage for the afternoon or evening thunderstorms.
Our top story,
Cut that way.
disturbing new body cam footage capturing the moment that put Officer Travis Brown in a fight for his life. New tonight, we're hearing from the family of Officer Brown as the Ferguson officer remains in a coma. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. We're also hearing from Backstoppers, which provided a huge donation to support the officer's road to recovery. 5 on Your Side's Brent Solomon walks us through the newly released video.
Good evening, guys. Officer Brown fell and hit his head after police say a protester forcefully shoved him. 5 days later, the officer is still fighting for his life. And now we're getting a look at his body camera footage that sheds more light on the terrifying attack. A warning, the video is disturbing. Friday night, Ferguson police were responding outside of their own department after protesters broke off part of the police station's fence.
Did they already take the gate? I saw somebody go across the street with the gate, so where they?
Officers calmly approached the group when police say this man, Elijah Gant, assaulted Officer Travis Brown.
Excuse us. You under arrest, bro. Cut that way. Officer down.
You can hear Brown's fellow officers compassionately refer to him as TJ before they eventually pick him up and take him into a police car.
TJ! Oh, we got you, TJ! TJ! What happened? Come on. TJ, you're good, bud. You're good.
You just see they're wanting to do something.
Wednesday, we shared the newly released video with Chief Ron Battelle, the executive director of Backstoppers. The group supports first responders who are hurt in the line of duty.
We were over there 2 nights ago, gave the family a $10,000 check.
The former police chief recalls the family's grief.
Concern, not knowing what the future brings.
Brown's family said, while it is impossible to personally thank everyone who has contributed, we want to acknowledge the entire first responder community who have played a vital role in assisting Travis. Tuesday, we heard from Ferguson Police Chief Troy Doyle.
I mean, if you look at the video, the officer is standing there waiting to try to catch this guy. It wasn't a collision. He's standing there. This guy tackled my guy like he was a football player.
Battelle told me he shared a message with the chief.
I told him, stand your ground.
Recently you told him that?
I told him, stand your ground. I mean, we got to stand up for these police officers and first responders. When they start laying out injuries on them like this, we stand our ground.
Brown's family went on to say that Travis is more than a police officer. He is a devoted father, son, and a man of strong faith. They're asking people to donate to the Ferguson Police Department and the Support for Officer Travis Brown GoFundMe. You can find that on the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com.
And a 6th person is now charged for his action in Friday's Ferguson protest. Police say Torrin Taylor grabbed another officer's weapon while arresting the man who tackled Officer Travis Brown. They also say Taylor headbutted a wall several times and created 2 large holes while in an interview room. 4 of the original 5 people arrested have posted bail.
Right now, we're learning more about a deadly crash that has shut down a major artery into downtown St. Louis. This is a live look at eastbound I-44 near Broadway, which just reopened minutes ago. That accident held traffic up for nearly 3 hours. St. Louis police say a semi-truck hit a man while the man was changing a tire. The semi-truck driver pulled over a couple of miles away. Police are still investigating the accident.
St. Louis can expect a weather impact alert for tomorrow. The city got a taste of the rain earlier, but much more is on the way. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is here to show us what we can expect for the morning commute, Scott.
There are 3 distinct opportunities for rain around St. Louis tomorrow. The first wave will come from what we're seeing right now to our north and west, just coming into northwest Missouri, across northeastern portions of Kansas. This is a line of strong to severe thunderstorms. It continues to evolve As it heads in our general direction through the overnight hours, it will weaken, but that'll be in here in time for the morning rush hour. Right now, things are relatively quiet. A couple of little sprinkles and light showers to the north of St. Louis over the farm fields. Going through the overnight hours, we're generally quiet until after 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when some of these showers and thunderstorms will start rolling our way. But again, they're weakening as they approach St. Louis. We'll likely have some downpours for some of us during the early morning rush hour, but in the 6 to 10 a.m. time frame, not expecting severe weather there. What this complex of storms does, though, it lays down a boundary to the south of St. Louis that may instigate more storms in that 4 to 8 time frame. And then another cluster of thunderstorms will be rolling our way tomorrow night, most likely after 10 o'clock until about 3 o'clock Friday morning. That is probably the biggest chance for seeing some of the stronger storms with gusty winds, maybe some hail, even an isolated tornado. At this point, we want you to stay weather aware tomorrow. Make sure those devices are charged and ready to go with your notifications on.
All right, Scott. Tonight, we are delving more into the St. Louis Public Schools budget as more information was released last night at the final board meeting before school starts. There were lots of concerns raised about the current surplus and projected deficit. 5 on your side's Laura Barcheski also checked in with the teachers union about how they're feeling about all of this. Laura?
Kelly, the American Federation of Teachers says they're feeling good after that meeting last night, and the data presented on the budget is reassuring, even with the possibilities of challenges. On the surface, the St. Louis Public Schools budget situation has raised some concerns. The district is expected to wrap up fiscal year 2024 with a $17 million surplus, and they're projected to run about a $34 million deficit next year.
We're certainly very early in the year. We've had very little revenues received. We spent very little money because we're just so early in the year.
Chief Financial Officer Angie Banks says one of the biggest reasons for the deficit is the district's effort to have competitive salaries. They're spending $32 million to make that happen. Byron Clemens with the American Federation of Teachers says significant raises are key for recruitment and retention.
We've worked for years and been underpaid. It's about time to treat us as the professionals we are.
Banks says they have a planned deficit for this year and next year. After that, they'll likely have to look at ways to balance the budget, which could mean different things like layoffs and downsizing. But Clemens says they're not worried right now and always want to be part of the solution.
Once upon a time, there was talk of layoffs, and that's how we came up with a strategy to freeze our salaries and have furloughs.
But what's not part of those numbers is the fund balance, also known as the rainy day fund. Banks referred to it as the money in the bank, which they'll use to cover the deficit.
That $231.7 million beginning balance is reduced by that $34.3 million deficit to an ending fund balance of that $197.4.
Student registration is up, but they'll still need more families in the district. Banks says that would help the budget, but there are some other things that can also make a difference.
I think that the district probably needs to be on a regular rhythm of issuing bonds so that we can have more consistency in the things that we want to achieve.
Banks said they're also looking at reducing the number of contractors they have in the district and bringing those jobs in-house. Reporting live downtown, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
With just 5 days until the first day of class, parents in St. Louis City are still concerned about how their kids will get to school. More than 1,000 high school students will have to use public transportation starting on Monday. Metro Transit allowing parents a free one-day pass this week to give families the opportunity for a test run. Parents can get those one-day passes by calling 314-982-1406. Metro also released a How to Ride video and flyer for students and parents. We have all this information in the As Seen on TV section at KSDK.com. Tonight, an innocent woman is recovering after getting caught in a gun battle in North St. Louis.
Witnesses told police it happened in broad daylight Tuesday afternoon near the intersection of Lexington and Paris in the Greaterville neighborhood. New tonight, Robert Townsend is live outside police headquarters downtown tracking the search for suspects. Robert.
Kelly, police tell us they arrested 2 young guys in connection with that shootout. Tonight, they're still looking for others. Let me tell you, neighbors are just so glad that innocent driver survived. This afternoon, this north side neighborhood looked ordinary and peaceful, but the day before, neighbors say loud, rapid gunfire ripped across the air.
I'm talking to my son, and as I'm talking to my son, I heard pow, 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 pow. My other son come running in.
This startled mom asked us to conceal her identity. She was on her phone when she immediately told her children to drop to the floor and stay inside their home as bullets flew.
It was a real live war zone.
Police say a 47-year-old woman drove down Lexington Avenue, got caught in the crossfire, and was shot. Neighbors say someone in a car rode down the street and repeatedly fired at two young men standing on a sidewalk. Investigators say the pair returned fire. Neighbors say bullets also hit this apartment building and several parked cars.
It was enough shots for you to fear for your life. It's kids out here playing. You get what I'm saying? It could have been one of them. That's what frustrates me.
The neighbor says her security camera caught this photo of the woman's car on video when it passed her home. We're told the victim suffered gunshot wounds on her left side. Paramedics rushed her to a hospital.
Gun laws really need to be changed.
Adrian Stacker is with the nonprofit helping our neighbors with ongoing resources and support. They want to help the innocent driver.
We're going to reach out to the family and see if there's anything else that we can assist them with.
Because she got hit with a military-style gun. That's why she's lucky to be alive.
Now, the woman is expected to be okay. We're live downtown. Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
New tonight, police arrested two people involved in a quadruple shooting in South City. Katrina Kelly and Kyle Peaton face first-degree murder charges after killing one person and injuring 3 others last month. Police say Kelly, Peaton, and other suspects approached a car with 3 people in it and started shooting. One person in the car later died from their injuries. A 4th person was shot and injured while walking nearby.
Tonight, we have new video of police arresting rapper Nelly. You can see officers taking Nelly out of Hollywood Casino in handcuffs and putting him into a police car. Maryland Heights Police only released this dash cam video. They say there's no body cam video because the officer's batteries died. Police arrested Nelly last week on a failure to appeal warrant connected to a traffic charge.
A young football player's life cut short.
He actually grabbed my face and said, "Let me go."
A family turning their grief into action, protecting the next generation of athletes.
These are the storms right now rolling into far northwest Missouri. By daybreak, they're on our doorstep and not as intense. It's the storms later Thursday that have us in a weather impact alert. We're tracking in 7 minutes.